Good evening, everyone. We had a good presentation so far, and I'm excited to talk about the 111 model. My name is Renata. I was born and raised in Brazil, so I've growing up facing social inequality every day. And this challenge took me to work with corporate social responsibility because I believe that companies, they are also a power for good. But those companies, they can address social issues. So I was fortunate to work with Salesforce.org for the capstone and learn a little bit more about the 111 model. So Salesforce.com is a CRM company, and it was founded in 1999 by Mark Benioff. And Salesforce.org is its foundation. So recently they opened offices in Sao Paulo and Mexico City. So I proposed then to map the 111 model in these two cities for the capstone. So what is the 111 model about? It's about 1% of their equity goes towards technology, so they donate products to non-profits and higher education institutions. Another 1% goes towards people's time as the employees, they work as volunteers. Another 1% goes towards resource, so they give grants to projects that work with STEM education, youth development, and technology innovation. So far, they have supported 28,000 organizations, given more than $115 million in grants and 1.3 billion hours on employees' time. So how to translate this 111 model to the Latin American context? To do so, I may be able to propose some recommendations to Salesforce.org. I did 10 internal and external interviews. I did a benchmark on 36 companies and organizations. I did a SWOT analysis on the philanthropy context in Brazil and Mexico. And so with all this information, if I was Mark Benioff, I would start with number one, work with advocacy. So I would recommend that you associate to GIFI and ETS in Brazil and CEMEFI in Mexico, because they are solid advocacy organizations in those countries. And also, as they are new player, I would also partner with a local organization and sponsor a STEM event. And also enhance the pledge 1% in Latin America, which is a movement that Mark Benioff has been leading here to engage another CEOs into the 111 model. Number two recommendation would be to make a partnership with local government and support one public school. So education has been the main focus for private social investment in Mexico and in Brazil. And about 25% of the total population is represented by the youth. And youth unemployment is also high in those two countries, 15% in Brazil and 10% in Mexico. So the data shows that it does make sense to support a youth education program. So I would start that Salesforce.org could work with the school to update the curriculum and include some STEM skills in the curriculum. Salesforce could donate products and teach the students how to use them, so when they go to the job market, they have some additional skills. And the employees, they could work in long-term partnerships with the same school. And I would propose also to, beyond giving grants to the school, the Salesforce could create an educational fund and invite other companies to join as well. So during environmental crisis, the project does not need to stop. And also, the Salesforce can take advantage that in Brazil and Mexico, we have tax incentive laws. The number three recommendation would be to develop social business. And it's also an opportunity to implement the integrated 111 model, which could be Salesforce donating products to the social business, employees working as volunteers, donating with their skills. And an additional component could be created this international social sabbatical, so employees can travel around the world and do volunteer work supporting a social business. And from the resource perspective, Salesforce could give us seed money to this social business and partner with local venture capitals. The last recommendation is to create a safe giving environment, because Brazil and Mexico, we don't have this culture to give money. It's not that Brazilians and Mexicans, we don't have money, but it's just because we don't trust no profits, because they have been involved in very bad corruption scandals. So the first step could be to create this payroll platform in partnership with Charity Aid Foundation, because they also select the organizations that are reliable. So employees that are willing to give money, they can give to this platform. They can give as they earn. So, and it would be on a regular basis. And on top of that, Salesforce could match the employee's donation to a specific fund. So the one-on-one model is an example how companies can help to address the social issue. It has been successful because it can be translated to different contexts. It has the potential to scale, and it's connected to the core business of Salesforce.com. So a takeaway from the perspective of development, as a development practitioner, as stated by Porter and Kramer, companies that can go beyond create economic value, and they can also create value to society. It's a win-win relationship, and I hope you all learned something from learning a little bit more about the one-on-one model tonight as well. Thank you so much, and I'm open to questions and comments. Yes, George.
So your first recommendation to Salesforce.org as they go to these countries is to get involved in advocacy. But that's sometimes a little tricky for international corporate companies to get involved in advocacy. What type of advocacy, and do you see any dangers? There are some risks in that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And actually, I suggested that, and the client actually was interested about it, because as they are a new player, even this Salesforce.com as a company, it's not well known there in Brazil and even in Mexico. So it was important to start this new relationship and starting networking with different companies to discuss and to get engaged in this discussion about philanthropy or private social investment in Brazil and in Mexico as well. So this is a good way to do advocacy and also engaging participating, joining the conference, the congress they have, and all the publications and the research they do about it.
Advocacy around corporate social responsibility.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So these associations. They bring together business, foundations, and civil society organizations to talk about the philanthropy. Cool.
Yeah.
Danica.
Yeah, in Sao Paulo, what's the biggest maybe advantage of the one-on-one model compared with some other CSR models?
Yeah, that's a good point. So my interest about the one-on-one model is that they do already have these assets. So 1% is the products, so they already have it. The another 1% is time of their employees, and the other percent is resource. So it's a way to integrate these assets that they already have towards a social or environmental cause.
Can you just talk a little bit about how the shared value concept applies to the business, so I can see how some of those ideas would be good for philanthropy and impact society, but what are the potential impacts towards the business, and how did you go deep into that at all, or was it more, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, actually, I believe that this one-on-one model, it's kind of similar to the shared value, creating shared value concept, because it's what I believe is that it's the foundation using the company's assets to do something good to the community. So that's why I propose the 3 recommendations, because, for instance, supporting one project, a big project in a public school, is combining all the assets from the company, so products, employees, and to support our educational costs. So this would be the win. And is it clear?
Yeah, And we're out of time, so I'll have a follow-up question later.
Okay.
All right.